Content disclaimer: the views, comments, and opinions expressed by guest speakers or authors on this YouTube channel do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions held by this channel's broadcasters and its sponsors. Parental guidance is advised. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teachers, scholarship, education, and research. For fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringed.
Hey everyone, it's Billy Carson, aka Forbidden Knowledge. I am thrilled to introduce to you an extraordinary weekend event happening right here in Miami, Florida on August 3rd and 4th. It's none other than the second annual Forbidden Conscious Awards weekend. After the tremendous success of last year's event with over 1,200 attendees from around the globe, we knew we had to make this year's event even more spectacular. On Saturday, we have a captivating conference lined up featuring world-renowned speakers such as Muhammad Ibrahim, Merkaba 13, Robert Grant, Billy Carson, and a women's panel hosted by Elizabeth Carson. Following the conference, we'll set sail for a VIP yacht cruise at sunset where you'll have the chance to mingle with your favorite nominees and celebrity guests, all hosted by yours truly, Billy Carson. On Sunday, August 4th, kicks off with a Forbidden Knowledge book publishing signing event, followed by the highly anticipated second annual Forbidden Conscious Awards. This is a red carpet affair, so come dressed to impress. Remember last year we surprised a lucky guest with an Audi A4 during the awards, and this year we're upping the ante with a chance to win a Mercedes-Benz. So make sure you secure your tickets early. This event is sure to sell out quickly. I cannot wait to see each and every one of you there for what promises to be an unforgettable weekend.
Hey, this is King Simon. Remember, make sure you go to my website, kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com, or Linktree at King Simon the Numerovational. Get all 4 of my books, and of course, that's the Numerovation for mental stability. Numbers are simple, people are complicated. Numbers are simple, children's health is important, and no promotion is bad promotion. Just spell my name right. Make sure you get them now on all my links. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. Go now. What's up, family? What's up, family? What's up, family? What's up, family? How y'all doing this fine day, June the 19th, 2024? Man, the frequency is high. The frequency is high. The vibes is high. And I'm happy to be here. Big up to people that I just recently spoke to, like Dr. Nalani Valentine, and also my dear friend Abundance Child. Big up to those people that I just finished speaking to today. And big up to Abundance Child. She's over there in Wilmington, Delaware, and Dr. Nalani. Everybody knows that's Dr. Phil Valentine's beautiful Empress, and she just called me to make sure that I give her a little shout out for the thing, the back by popular demand broadcast that they're having about the books and everything else that's going on in their life. And I want to know how y'all feeling out there. Instagram is in the building, Facebook is in the building, YouTube is in the building. How y'all doing today? How y'all doing? If y'all are doing well, put the number 1 in the chat. If y'all are doing well, put the number 1 in the chat. That I think it's very important that we find out how we check up on our people. Check our people. Check up on our peoples. Did you check up on somebody today? Have you checked up on someone today to show them some type of love? Did you check up on somebody today to show them some type of love? And if you have done that, put the number 6 in the chat. Did you call somebody? Did you text somebody to let them know how much you love them and care about them? Very important that you think on that level. Very important. And be willing to check up on your people. There's nothing wrong with checking up on your people. If they come across your mind, check up on them. If even if you don't have their numbers, send a prayer to them. Maybe even if you don't talk to them anymore, send a prayer to them, because you never know, or meditate on them so they can, whatever they're going through, help them to go through it better. I do that every night before I go to bed, and every morning as I get up, as I do my gratitude work and all that kind of stuff, and breathing and stretching and all that, warming up this body, because as we're getting younger, you'll find that certain things has to be done again. You have to do your little stretches. You have to be able to get on that floor and do your push-ups. And I do push-ups like in slow motions. I do it on my fingers. I do it on my knuckles. I do it on my wrists sometimes. But I do it in slow motion just to get the isometrics of it out. Just get that isometric thing out. And then I do deep knee bends. I do squats. I do the breathing, and I'm doing my breathing exercises at the same time. So it's important that you think on that level. And so when people pop in your head out of nowhere, old friends, old girlfriends, old boyfriends, old family members, regardless of what happened, send a prayer that they heal and that you forgive them. Even if you don't want to talk to them, just say, you know what? I'm not holding on and harboring none of that stuff. You may not have liked me when I was a child. You may have disrespected what I was getting into, my spiritual moves, my religious moves, whatever it is. Forgive them and let them just forgive them, because forgiveness is really for you. And the more you forgive and let go, and I want you to share this with a lot of your friends and your family and all that. Share this, because it's not only about what I'm about to get into, of course, is this subject, a numerovational perspective. The stone that the builders rejected has become the cornerstone. And I'm focusing on the word stone, builders, and cornerstone, because every one of those words that I put on this board has a mathematical frequency. And then a subtitle says, are you a so-called black or gray sheep in your family? And many people, not knowing where that came from. And it's matter of fact, that particular thing actually originated out of the Bible. It's a phrase. The black sheep of the family is assumed to have originated out of the biblical verses of Genesis, which goes all black sheeps amongst the lambs and all that. But it has it goes even deeper than that. And I don't even like to say black sheep. I'll say gray sheep. You know what I'm saying? Because you could be a gray sheep in your family. A white person could be a gray sheep in their family, or black sheep, or quote unquote black sheep, or gray sheep in their family. An Indian person could be a gray sheep in their family. I like to say gray sheep because that's the gray area. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's the gray area. Why give it the black name? You know what I'm saying? But that's the gray area, that those that are odd and unusual in some way, and that's doing something different than their parents would. Because the phrase "black sheep of the family" refers to a dis, according to online studies, disreputable or disgraced member of the family. That's where it comes from. That's what it means. Like you're disgracing the family because you didn't follow suit. And you got some gray or black sheeps that became criminals, and instead of following what their parents, who was probably religious people, whatever they were, we gotta acknowledge that sometimes the quote unquote gray sheep or the quote unquote black sheeps are the ones that did something different to at least satisfy who they were and what they needed to do in this life to manifest the best part of their life. So I think people like, let's say, Einstein would be considered a gray sheep or a black sheep out of his family because of the weird way he taught, or people like Nikolai Tesla, or people that might be in the entertainment world that decided to go that route instead of just working or becoming some type of doctor or whatever, a lawyer, whatever. There's many different types of stones that the builders, that could be your parents, that could be your family member, could be any, that the stone that they rejected, and maybe you're that stone, and maybe I am that stone at one point in time in my life, until I had to show and prove. Back in the 5% nation, we had to show and prove. You couldn't just go up there and just talk anything you want to talk without showing and proving. And more now, back in those days, you had to show and prove through your memory. And right now, you go to Parliament or you go to certain places when they do the show and prove at the 5%, people are doing PowerPoints. People are showing and prove how good they can present the information and what they have developed while studying this information. So the point of this particular broadcast is to let you, quote unquote, stones that the builders refuse in your family, amongst your friends, whatever. You are the cornerstone of humanity. And if you are shining light onto things that maybe your father and your mother didn't do, it's all right. It's all right. Let them know that it works for you. And if you can show and prove to them, because at the end of the day, the show and prove is really for yourself, because we are not the quote unquote black sheep, or the stone that the builder refused, has now become the cornerstone that keeps the building up. We're not in competition with anybody, and you really don't have to be validated by anybody, to tell you the truth, because the only validation you have to receive is the one that you accept for yourself, and the one that you feel that your creator has opened up the door for you to do. Because you have many families that may have been religiously influenced in some form or fashion, that they always wanted you to be this. They want you to be the doctor. They want you to be the lawyer. They want you to be the computer sciences, the tech. And there's nothing wrong with none of that, because we all need that, especially in the society that we're in. The one who develops Chat GPT, the one who develops the AI, the ones who developing books and writing books and developing new dance routines. It's all needed in this realm. This realm is a powerful realm of learning, lessons, and blessings. So I want you people who are the stone of your family, that the builders refuse, and I'm talking about the building blocks of your family, your mother, your father, your grandparents. I mean, back in the day, and I'm gonna tell you a quick story. Back in the day, I was doing so much. My mother would call my grandfather every, and they talked amongst each other because they cared. And you got to give that to your parents. They care. They want to see you do your best. But remember, every era, every generation is different. Where back in the day, they had to work hard for their money. We're working a little smarter and a little easier for our money. A little bit smarter, a little bit easier. A lot of us are doing that on social media, or those that are writing books and doing what they have to do to put things out there and make things happen, where you could sit behind a desk instead of go out there. And I'm not against the contractors. I'm not against the nurses. I'm not against the shoemakers. I'm not against the dressmakers, the seamsters, the tailors. I'm not against none of that, because all of that was in my family. And maybe they were the quote unquote stones that the builder refused, and then became the cornerstone of their family just because of their talents that was passed on, where one generation might not use the talents, but the next generation takes it and becomes advanced in it. And sometimes it skips a generation. So the black sheep is not a negative sheep, unless, because the black is still the origin of all things. So the black sheep or the gray sheep is not a negative thing. It's just, if you're doing negative things to be called the black sheep, then that's a problem you're doing. And hopefully you get rehabilitated to be your best self while you're still being considered the black. Because when I became Muslim back in the day, or became 5%, I was considered a quote unquote black sheep, or that stone that the builders in my family refused, my grandparents and they was trying to figure out who I was and what I was doing. Because I got myself in trouble hanging out with friends until I found out through my numerovation that I was a leader, and that I did not have to follow friends. That most of the time when it came to initiating parties and all that, I was a part of that leading group that said, yo, let's go do this party. And not realizing that it was a give and take leadership quality, because it was a bunch of, as young men, we was a bunch of alpha males. Now I'm a beta male. Big up to my man, Dante Nero, who says that. He said, I'm not an alpha male. I'm not a beta male. I'm a beta male, because I understand the balance between alpha and beta. So I'm better now because I know the balance of it. So I'm not just the stone that has become the cornerstone, but I'm also a builder. Also a builder. So today's topic is a numerovational perspective. The stone that the builders rejected has become the cornerstone. Of course, it was inspired by the Bible, because if you go to Psalms 118, from 22 to 24, it says in King James Version, it says, the stone which the builder refused is become the headstone of the corner. And this is the Lord's doing. It's marvelous in our eyes. This is the day which the Lord had made, and we will rejoice and be glad in it. So you got to look at those scriptures, and there's different parts of the quote unquote Bible that says it. In Matthew 21:42, it says, Jesus said to them, have you never read in the scriptures, the stone that the builders rejected has become the cornerstone? This is from the Lord, and it is marvelous in our eyes. Because a cornerstone is a very important stone to anything that is being built. The cornerstone is what holds up the building sometimes. That cornerstone is important. And in numerology, the word cornerstone adds up to a number 56, which is 11. And 11 is that spiritual foundation that you, as the cornerstone, that's exhibiting the building aspects of who you are and taking yourself to the next level. So you, as the cornerstone, and not just the stone, you now become an important part of the building aspect, because it was one time that the builders rejected you. That's why you was called the black sheep or the gray sheep of the family. That's why people try to say, yo, you're not going to live until 30. I mean, people in my family didn't know if I was going to live until 30 years of age, because I was still trying to find my way. And many of you young people out there right now might feel that you're the quote unquote black or gray sheep of the family. But know that the black sheep is the foundation of all universal understanding. The black sheep, because the blackness of the universe, the dark matter is the foundation of all this, whether you believe it or not. The original matter is the dark matter, which we call misnomer the black. But it's all right. Just recognize that your power is needed in this realm. That's why you came through to come to this realm. So the word stone in Pythagorean system adds up to a number 19. 19 is the number that says it's the number of the sun that's here to shine light and life to people. So you being a stone of any building apparatus, any building structure, to become the cornerstone, which is a spiritual number 11. So you came to shine light, but yet use spiritual communication and spiritual balance and spiritual harmony and spiritual adaptability because of the Pythagoras energy. The cornerstone adds up to when you added corner to stone, there it is, because that cornerstone is here to do something. It's here to uphold something that can last for generations if we do it right. Last for generations. Can I get a number 1 in the chat if you understand what your brother is talking about? If you understand what your brother is talking about, let me get a number. Let me get an amen, an A woman on number 1 in the chat. So big up to all you so-called black sheeps of the family that's doing different than what your parents did. And maybe your parents did different than what their parents did. And their parents did different than what their parents did. And so on and so forth and so on and so forth. So everybody has their black sheep moment. Everybody have their cornerstone moment if you're doing something positive and productive. And even if you're doing something negative and your parents was positive and productive and was trying to tell you, you could become a black sheep in the negative also. You know, being in the black. You know what I'm saying? You could be in the black doing the negative aspects of the black sheep. Or you could do the positive aspect of the black sheep. Because when you add sheep to black, the sheep represents something that's meek and mild and humbled and respected for what it is and what it serves, what purpose it serves. So you could be in the black and not be a sheep. You could be a black wolf doing all kinds of madness and doing all kinds, because we try to pay attention to the sheep's, the wolves in sheep's clothing too. We got to pay attention to all of that. And one day I'm going to break down the wolves in sheep's clothing. I'm going to break that down. I'm not going to do it today because that's not the subject matter for today. The subject matter for today is the stone that the builders rejected has become the cornerstone. And other scriptures, it says, in other scriptures, in Mark 12:10, it says, have you never read this scripture? The stones the builders rejected has become the cornerstone. Mark 12:11, it says, this is from the Lord, and it is marvelous in our eyes. The only way you can become marvelous is if you're doing something of higher level perspective. Again, the cornerstone adds up to the master number 11. Again, the word stone in the Pythagoras system adds up to 19, which is the number 10, which is the wheel of fortune energy, which is the leadership energy. Because the cornerstone will end up leading. That same stone that put the corner in front of it or had to hold up that corner will become the leader and the most important part of the building aspect. This is not a joke. Although you're here to have fun, you're here to enjoy life, live, love, laugh, all of that. But the builders could be your family members. And sometimes the builders are the one that love you so much and probably don't even understand you, because the word builders add up to the number 36, which is a 9. The 3 and the 6 deal with communication and family. The 3 and the 6 deal with communication and family. So if you're not communicating well, or they're not communicating well with you, or they're not spiritually in tune and aligned with you, then they will reject you. Because they're not spiritually in line with you, or they're doubting their spiritual connection with you. Because one thing about when 9 shows up, 3, 6, and 9, we know what those numbers are, Nikola Tesla numbers. When the 9 shows up, 9 could either finish what they start, or they can discard what they start. That's the difference. That's the duality of the number 9. 9 is also an intuitive number, whether they pay attention to their intuition or they run away from their intuition. That's the 9, the builders. And the builders, I'm talking about your family members that dashed you away and got rid of you, or didn't, or thought you was going to be nobody, or your teachers around you that was helping to build your mind to be your best, but yet they talk down against you. Oh, you will never be that. Oh, you'll never be no good. Oh, telling Malcolm X that he would never be a lawyer and people would never come to him. Their people, who cared about if their people was going to come to him? Malcolm was thinking about his people coming to him, being a lawyer. See, people not thinking there's enough to go around in this world. That's why I'm not in competition with nobody. I'm not in competition with my sisters or brothers, because I understand who they are. They come to serve a purpose for them, whether it's mediocre or whether it's at a higher level. That's their job. So, family, it's important to recognize that when people call you the black sheep, that means they're calling you the original meek and mild energy that is connected to the spiritual aspect of growing and understanding and bringing about balance and harmony to the life. But some people take it as something negative because of the word black, because we're so used to seeing white sheep or white looking sheep or sheep that look like they have only white hair and white fur. That's the only thing. So people, they down us. They shut us down. They shut us out. But damn it, we are the stone that the builders rejected and then became the cornerstone to keep the building up. And in the Chaldean system, the word stone adds up to 24, which is a 6. So as a stone, you're here to heal with compassion, with some type of discipline, and with forgiveness. That's the 2, 4, and 6. And 6 is an earth number that needs foundation to be laid out. You need to be stable. So to be the stone and then turn into the cornerstone, after you are stabilized, the cornerstone adds up to a number 48, which is a number 12, which is a 3. Then you need to express yourself as the cornerstone. You need to expand yourself as the cornerstone. You need to express yourself through whatever means you came here to express yourself as, especially if you're going to become the cornerstone. Because again, the term is the stone that the builders rejected has become the cornerstone. Not just the stone anymore, because a stone can be thrown into the ocean. A stone can be thrown in the lake. A stone can be thrown away. But when you become the cornerstone, it's a different thing in both systems of numerology. That's why I do numerovation. I don't just do numerology. And yes, tonight we're gonna me and Carrie Ann is gonna do this. But I gotta tell her that I'm branding myself. I'm not just doing numerology. I'm doing numerovation. Numerology means the study of numbers. Numerovation means using the study of numbers to motivate people. That's what I do. I don't just do numerology. I employ other systems. So I don't just do numerology. So I'm able to take a word and flip it into something that can benefit you if you're constantly saying this throughout your Bible, if you're constantly saying something like this throughout your Quran, if you're constantly saying something like this through your Tao, if you're constantly saying this through whatever, your Hermetic text, whatever it is, I keep it simple. Very simple. This is not hard. But because of what my job as a cornerstone came through to do, to express myself because of the number 3, from a spiritual aspect because of the number 11, I am a cornerstone. I'm not just a stone anymore that can be thrown away and dashed away and put in water and just throw me into a lake to skim the ocean, the lakes water, to skim the lake, like just throwing me in there. No, I'm the cornerstone that I'm building. I'm not stopping until the breath leaves me. And even when it leaves, my children will take it on, or my grandchildren will take it on, because every book I got in back, they see their granddaddy and their daddy smile. They gonna remember my face, because that's this picture I took in 2000, between the year 2000 and 2003. I ain't never gonna put that was one of my best smiley faces on the in my photo shoot. So I'm never gonna get rid of that. That's always gonna be in the back of my books. Always. Always and forever. Always. So when my great grandchildren see that book, they said, wow. And they're going to be saying, you got to smile just like your great grandfather. You got to smile just like they're going to see that, because I became a cornerstone, and not just something you could throw me away, because leaving a legacy is important. Leaving a legacy through your books, through your art, through whatever you came here to do, through your music, like artists done. I'm not angry at the artists for them to make money and do what they got to do. They're leaving a legacy, as long as it's a substantial legacy that people will remember them for, and their children can live off of and also grow from. It's important. They're all cornerstones to this culture. Whether you're doing hip hop, reggae, R&B, soca, merengue, whatever you're doing. Suavemente, suave, suave, suave. Whoever that person is, he's a cornerstone to his family. Whoever sang that person, Mama Gonna Knock You Out. LL Cool J is a cornerstone to his family. Brand Nubian, Lord Jamal, cornerstone to their family. Buju Banton, cornerstone to a family. Marcia Griffith, cornerstone to a family. Queen Latifah, cornerstone to a family. They may have rejected the culture at one time, whether it was reggae, R&B, hip hop, or they may have rejected in different generations, but we are now the cornerstone of our generation to come. I don't care what you're doing. I don't care what you're doing. I don't care what you're doing. Man, so I want to see this for everybody. Not just myself and my family. I want to see it for everybody. Look what I got here. Look on my shirt. Help for humanity. It was given to me by an Islamic brother, and I supported the Islamic brother and the Islamic family. But for him to produce something like this, he became a cornerstone. And although the builders might reject, your family might reject, your friends might reject, if you prove yourself over time, if you work at your craft and your abilities and your spiritual powers, if you develop your superpowers, like I wrote in my book, Numerovational for Mental Stability, I talk about superpowers of each number. I talk about basic superpowers of each number if the parents would look at their children. So if you have children right now, get the book and look for the superpowers of every child, the possible superpower. And it starts right on page 8. I mean, not page 8, page 76 in phase 8 is called Maximize and Activate the Vibration of Your Numbers. That's the chapter in this book. This is the hardcover version. If you go through Amazon, but right now, family, woo, guess what? The publishers came to me. These publishers came in my head the other day and says that my book is doing very well on Amazon. I don't know if it's a number one. I didn't even ask them, because I don't really care. I don't care if it's the number one. People like to say, oh, the number one seller. I'm not about being number one. I do it for the love. I don't do it for the likes. But I do it for the love. I don't do it for the like. But guess what? Limited edition right now. From June 19th to June 22nd, which is my grandmama's birthday. The one who initiated me into understanding the importance of a birthday. This came to me this morning and said, yo, let me do a very limited edition hardcovers available now for $88.88 via PayPal and Cash App. All you have to do is please, when you do send that $88.88 for the hardcover, because that's a exclusive edition. That's an edition that comes around probably once a year. But when the publishers let me know that they available, I said, okay, let's do it. Please add full name and address in the PayPal and Cash App description if you want the hardcover. I only got one hardcover in my house. As far as I'm concerned, I only got one hardcover, and this one is all messed up because I'm in and out of it. It's only hardcover, but it's something that can stand up right on your desk just like that. It can stand up right on your desk just like that, family. That's it. This is a coffee table item. It's a coffee table item, shining too. And this is old. This is the first of its kind when it first came out. But look, it's still shining. It's still glossy. Still shining, still glossy. So right now, if you want to get the book between now and the 22nd of this month, those that are overseas or those that are not overseas, use paypal.me/King Simon or use $King Simon 3158. Once you send that money, please put your full name and mailing address in the PayPal and the Cash App description, and I will send it out to you. I usually start sending out things like by Mondays and Wednesdays. So I won't be sending out today, but I will send it probably by next week. But definitely, if you want the hardcover book, there it is. Finally back on. But if you go through Amazon, that's your business. You can go through Amazon, you're going to get the soft cover book. But this is a limited edition, very limited edition. But if you want to go to Amazon and get the soft cover, it's cheaper. So Amazon is like $25. But the hardcover book is a little bit more. It's $88 because that includes shipping and all of that. So that's why I'm charging that much also, because they're shipping and all that. And if you live somewhere out in somewhere across the pond or somewhere, I still have to deal with that. So, but it is a hardcover collector's edition. It is one of my collector's edition. I don't come out with hardcovers, so I won't, and I will not have this at any of the events. I might have the soft cover. I will not have this at the Gathering of the Masters. I will not have the hardcover. I might have the soft cover, but I will not have the hardcover at all at the Dick Gregory tribute and the Ashwa Kwesi event. I will only have the hardcover between now and the 22nd of this month, giving love and honor and tribute to my grandmother, who really gave me the importance of recognizing why birthday was always important. I've told this story before. My grandmother used to have us go to the mailbox, and she used to have this big box of cards for every different season. But birthday, she always remembered, and she knew when to send the card on time so it can reach there for their birthday. So it can reach there for their birthday. My grandmother was born on the master number 22nd. She was born June 22nd. That's why I'm doing it between now, the 19th, which is one of my power numbers, to the 22nd, which is also my power numbers, my grandmother's birthday. And I will send all of those orders out right there on either on the 22nd or on the 23rd, because I gotta, I'm traveling to New York real quick. So I got to make sure once I get there and get stable in New York, then I can send out all the orders that I need to send out. But yeah, make sure it's available only from June 19th through the 22nd. Today is June 19th all the way to the 22nd. That's it. Hardcover book. Hardcover only. Hardcovers only. No, I will not be signing any, because I'm taking it. I'm going straight from the publisher. I'm going straight from the company that's printing it from me. So I'm going straight from, so I won't be signing. But if you do come to any of the events with the book, I will sign it. So if you come to the Gathering of the Masters, I will sign it. I will sign it, take a picture with you. If you come into the tribute to Dick Gregory and Ashra Kwesi event, the October 12th and 13th, I will sign it. If you run into me in the streets of Atlanta and you got the book, or you run into the streets of New York or Florida, or if you come to the if you come to the awards show in Florida, if you come to the award show in Florida, I will sign it. If you have any of my books, I will sign all of them if I have to. That's how I am. Take pictures. Let's take pictures. Let's hug. Let's chill. Whatever we got to do. And if I got a lot of people, make sure just be patient with me, because I got to deal with people. I'm only one person. So if you come into any of the events that I'm going to be a part of this coming in August and in October, all the way to October, bring the books and I will sign them for you right there on the spot. No questions asked, because I appreciate you buying any of my books. Believe me, I appreciate you buying any of my books, but this is this is the only one that's a hardcover. It's the only one that's a hardcover. No other, because I elevated to different levels when I produced this book. This is the only book of its kind, Numerovation for Mental Stability, that specifically talks to that only, because our people is going through a lot of mental bull crap. And I realized that. That's why this book came out in 2020, and 2 + 0 + 2 + 0 = 4. And 4 is one of the primary numbers of mental health and suicide if you don't learn to protect your mind. And I speak about that in this book. You got to protect your mind. It's a mental health number. And you could attract mental diseases and mental instability if you don't stay motivated and constantly motivating your mind. You are the stone, but I want you to become the cornerstone, not just a stone that can be thrown away. You are the cornerstone if you're revealing your talents and sharing your gifts and doing what you got to do to take and help other people, help humanity. Because we need everybody's hands on deck. We need everybody's hands on deck. And I can't, tears are coming to my eyes because y'all don't realize how much we do need you. Some of y'all don't realize how much we do need. We don't need you to be in the bleachers just watching Brother Rich and watching Q Reeves and watching Billy Carson or watching Jewel Pookrum or watching. We don't need y'all in the bleachers. We need y'all on the field doing your part, doing your little bit, doing your part of the puzzle. We need y'all in the field. Because like the great Bob Marley said back in the day, I remember when he said this he said, he said, if the people that are wicked can keep on doing their wickedness 24 hours a day, why can't we, the righteous, keep on doing our righteousness 24 hours a day? We got to offset this madness. I don't care what's going on with Donald Trump and Biden and their bullshit. Excuse my language to the children that's listening. I don't care. I care what's happening within my universe and how I can be a help for humanity through the books that I write, through the things that I say on these platforms. If I told y'all who reached out to me the other day and told me, and I'll read the text, what the brother said to me. And I told certain people, but I'm not gonna, and I don't want, anybody that knows me, do not say, if I told you out of confidence, I told you who reached out to me. I told only certain people and certain family members and certain friends, because it meant a lot to me what this brother said to me, because he is an icon in the entertainment world, the acting and the entertainment world. And I'll read what he said. I'm going to read what he said, but I'm not going to say his name. He said, King Simon, please call me. It's blank, 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 blank. I follow you on IG, so you know it's real. Thank you. And then I said, because I thought it was somebody trolling me. And I said, who this? And boom, he told me, we talked to each other for at least 30 minutes about numbers, and he'd been watching me on Billy Carson's shows. I told Billy about it. He'd been watching me on Billy Carson. I told Brother Rich about it. He'd be watching us on these different platforms. He took my course on Udemy. This celebrity took my course. I sent them the link to my course on Udemy. He took the course, and I said, look, brother, send me your because I respect what you've been doing. I've loved you and loved your work since we was all young. Because him and I about the same age. I'm a year older than him, but I've loved him in this world of music all my life, most of my life, since we was children, since we were young people doing what we doing. And he sent me his management office, so I sent him a book. I sent him a hardcover book. And at the end of the day, at the end of the text between me and the brother, let me tell you what he said. Let me tell you what I said to him. He said, thank you. I said the book is in the post office. It's going to be. I told him that the book will be going to the post office this week. He said, please. I told him please look out for it when he goes to his management and his PO box. He said, thank you, brother. And then I said to him, this is what I said to him. I said, you're welcome, brother. It meant a lot to me to hear from a legend like you. It reminds me that I am doing my work. Appreciate your greatness, brother. This is what I'm saying to him. And this is what he said to me. And it brought tears to my eyes because he said, your work is important, my brother. And it brought tears to my eyes to know that people like him, who don't even have to contact me, didn't have to say shit. Excuse my language. He didn't have to say nothing. He didn't have to tell me to go to IG and say, yo, King, I'm following you. Check me out. He didn't have to tell me that, but he wanted to communicate with me. And it brought tears to my eyes because the night before I was feeling sad. And I said, and this was, a matter of fact, we communicated on Father's Day. So he made me, when he said, your work is important, my brother, it brought tears to my eyes like it's bringing it to me today. And I was like, man, he don't know how much that meant to me to hear from people like him and other artists that hit me up on DMs and all that kind of stuff. But this brother touched deep. This brother touched deep because I've been following his work since we was teenagers. This brother touched me deeply. And because I was sad the night before, and I was sad, and I'm going to tell you why I was sad. Since I came down to Georgia, I've been wanting to buy land, like 5 to 10 acres of land for my grandchildren and all that. And I've lost money. I've lost this. The bank has taken away money. My son lost some of my money and all this because of going into crypto and all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, every time I take a step forward to go and get this thing, I'm always pulled back, but I'm not stopping. So when I was with my granddaughters at their tea party and they was just around me showing me all their energy, I said, man, I wish I had the 5 or 10 acres that I can just say, yo, go play. Because I know what to do with 5 and 10 acres. I wouldn't just make it for my family, although that's what it's for. I would set up a retreat area so people can come and do metaphysics and do healing and all that kind of stuff. I know what to do with 5 acres. I know I would do a retreat probably every 6 months or festivals and just enjoy life so we can celebrate life, produce lectures and whatever, so people can come out. You know, my acre will be protected with fence and all that kind of stuff, but I will definitely have that type of stuff where you can have a sauna. And I know I would have the dome homes and the tiny homes. You could put 8 tiny homes on 1 acre. You could put 5 big or 6 big dome homes on 1 acre. I know what to do with these things and I have the access to it. But every time I took a step forward as a cornerstone, it always seemed like I'm getting thrown back like a stone. I'm a cornerstone of ideals. Ideals come to me just like this, just like it comes to you. So when this brother who is a celebrity, who's considered a celebrity and has been married to his wife for 30 years and never got into any bull crap and all that stuff. But he can hit me up and say, yo, your work is important, my brother. That meant the world to me in 2024, especially because I'm in a personal 11-year cycle. I'm in an 11-year cycle when I pay attention to my frequency. So 11 is that number of fame and fortune, celebrities reaching out to you, all of that. And he's not the only one that has reached out. I'm in text with one right now that we're going to go hang out at the award show because he's one of them that's going to be at the award show. So this is not to brag. It's just to say that if you're doing your work out there, if you doing your black sheep work and your gray sheep work that makes you different from your family, and you can show and prove by writing your book and designing your workbook or designing your curriculum or doing whatever you got to do to shine your light out of respect to help other people, then these people will come to you. These people will show you love that are considered big celebrities, but they're watching us. They're watching what this conscientious community, that's why I don't call myself the conscious community. That has been spoiled. It has been drawn out. It has been destroyed. I call myself being a part of the conscientious community. Because when you're conscientious, you work towards doing good. You're not just conscious because, like I say all the time, a damn cockroach is conscious. A wolf is conscious. A murderer is conscious. But when you're conscientious, different. It hits differently. I'm not part of any goddamn conscious community. I'm part of a conscientious community because the word conscientious means you want to do good. So after conscious community, I want to be the conscientious community. So if you want to do good and you want to be linked up to other people that are doing good, come on. But if you want to link up into the foolishness and the arguments and the debates and the bull crap, that's just pulling people down and making people hate on each other, I'm not with that. I'm misnomer Aquarius. I'm the humanitarian sign. And I love all of them that's doing it. I love all of them. I love and respect all of them. But I want to be conscientious. I want to make sure that I'm striving to be my best. That's what I'm striving to be. I'm not part of anything that's going to keep on pulling us down. Argument. I'm seeing people KRS-One arguing with this Lord Jamal, and Lord Jamal wanted. Yeah. Oh, look, hip hop belongs to the Black brothers and sisters here. It's not influenced by Jamaica. It's not influenced by Spanish people. It's not. We contributed in our own way, but it's for y'all. Just like reggae and dancehall is for us in Jamaica. Just like in Cuba, they have their music. Just like in India, they have their music. Give it to them. It's theirs. Respect it, because every time I go to Jamaica, guess what? They're playing hip hop in the club. They playing R&B in the club alongside reggae and everything. And when I was a child, Michael Jackson album, James Brown albums, this is what I seen in Jamaica. And most of the producers in Jamaica went to America to study in America and bring the music back. So don't like this. You can't tell somebody who's a Jamaican family, you can't tell me nothing crazy, because I know better. So I love what Tariq Nasheed has done. I just don't like the separation and the bickering and the argument. Give it to them. They created it. Beautiful. We are natural creators anyway. We're gonna create. We naturally are creators any goddamn way. So whether you're in Jamaica, whether you're in Puerto Rico, whether you're in Cuba, whether you're in Soca land of Trinidad and Tobago and Grenada and all these things, we are natural creators all over the world. America, brothers and sisters, what they call foundational Black Americans, created hip hop. I love it. And I'm down with it. I'm a hip hop head, just like I'm a dance hall head, just like I'm a soca head, just like I'm an R&B head, just like I'm a classical musical head. I'm all of that. I'm an African head. I'm an Afrobeat head. I'm all of that. Because like Dr. Khalid Muhammad used to tell us, it all comes from us, the original people of the planet. I have no arguments with nobody. No blood clot person. I have no argument with them. None. I'm not into that. I'm not into that. And I'm never going to be into that, ever. You might see me show up in a debate and hang out and promote my flyers and all that, just to promote some type of balance. Y'all might see me show up on a Sonetta TV show just to promote the balance, just to ask my question. I can do all of it. I can dance merengue. I can dance campo with the Haitian Massive. I can dance campos. I can dance zouk. I can dance hip hop when I want. I can dance R&B. I can do the 2-step, 3-step, 4-step. I can do all of it. I ain't got no arguments if I can do it all. And it all comes out the energy, the original energy of the universe. It all comes out of the original energy. It's just that some came out in America, some of the music came from Africa, some of the music came from from Jamaica, some of the music came from. It's all ours, man. Things are just too much. Things are just too much. And I was listening to Lord Jamal. That's my boy. I respect Lord Jamal 1000%. Respect Lord. I was listening to KRS-One doing his dissertation, and I respect KRS-One. I've been listening to LL and Rakim the God. I've met these people. Met all of them. Then those names that I said, I met them. Except LL. We in passing. But I met these people, met those other people. And because I bought KRS-One's book back in the day. And we shook hands and took pictures and all that kind of stuff. So, and in my book, I show you all the artists that I've met that I, from back in the day. So everybody, somebody said when I had good knees. See, hey, it is what it is. She said, Philly Cat, when I had good knees. That's hilarious. Yeah, we be going home nowadays and rubbing Bengay and Tiger Balm on our damn and soaking in Epsom salt. That's the new healing power. Epsom salt, Bengay, and Tiger Balm. If you're a Rasta, them no use Bengay. Them no in a that. Because of the Rasta community, I stopped using Bengay also. Because we are Rasta, we no Ben, and we no gear. Oh, man, I love culture. I love all of the cultures, man. I love them all. Believe me, I love them all, man. Oh, man. And big up to all those people that are making those tinctures for healing the body. Uncle Rising Sun used to make one. I used to use Uncle Rising Sun one for the knees. And because I used to do a training, a lot of martial arts. So you have to rub your hips and because when you're getting thrown on concrete and damn near hard floors and all that, you're going to have to do what you got to do to maintain. So, if anybody that knows Muta Baruka, one time, the reason why he didn't become a pilot, according to legend, is because the place where the pilots sit is called a cockpit. And him say, me no become no pilot because me not sitting on no cockpit. Yo, it's real in this field, baby. It's real in the field. I'm just letting y'all know it's real out there in the streets. We ain't doing that because we know language means a lot. So words like Bengay and cockpit and Manhattan, because Jamaicans don't call it Manhattan, them call it Galhattan. Them not send emails, they send Oh my God, I love it, man. But this is all part of culture. It's all the culture, man. So why not enjoy the hip hop culture that was founded by the original brothers and sisters here in America? Why not enjoy the Jamaican culture where reggae and dancehall was founded there? Why not enjoy the soca culture where they was founded in Trinidad and all the islands over there, Grenada and all the why not enjoy, man. Enjoy life, man. Enjoy life. I ain't got no time for it. On that note, family, we've been on an hour again, baby. Again. You know what? Let me been on an hour. Let me take in some phone calls. Why not take some phone calls? Let me turn on my phone. Let me turn on my phone calls. If y'all want to call in and tell me what does this mean? What does this mean to you? The black sheep of the family. What does the stone that the builders rejected has become the cornerstone? What does that mean to you? Call me now, right now at, of course, 718-210-8853. That's 718-210-8853. Join the conversation before I get off the phone. I've had fun. It's been informative. Oh, man. Whew. So if you want to call in right now, 718-210-8853. What does it mean to you about the black sheep of the family, because a lot of us have that are into this consciousness or this conscientious are the black sheeps of the family, or we are that stone that they refused because they didn't understand what we were doing and what we were like and why we were going down that road. People didn't understand why I became Muslim after coming out of a Christian family. A lot of people didn't understand why my cousin became Rasta after coming out of a Christian family. So those are considered black sheep, or the stone that the builders refused. The builders, I'm talking about our family, was the builders that wanted to give us discipline, but they didn't understand what this generation is doing. And some of us don't understand what the next generation. I had a nice conversation with this young man that was 30 years old in the Lyft and the Uber, and his name was Lamar. His name adds up to a master number 11, but he said, our generation is just so, he was basically saying our generation is so vain. They just want the women just want a man to take care of them, and they're not giving no reciprocal energy. This is what the young man is saying. He's 30 years of age. And I'm sorry for you brothers and sisters out there that don't feel that your own generation sees the higher value of who you are, especially the brothers. This young man looked like he was perturbed and upset. Because he said, it's not like your generation, sir. He was saying this to me. And I said, brother, I said, don't give up hope. There are some old school souls out there that are young, your generation. Like, he is an old soul. Just when I didn't even ask him his birthday. I just read his name and it added up to master number 11. And when you have those master number 11, you have an old soul energy. There's an old soul energy there. So, I had to break it down to him as I was getting out the car. I said, brother, how old are you? I said, 30. I said, I'm 57. I said, brother. And he asked me a question. He asked me a question in the car. He said, may I ask this question, sir? And I said, yes, sir. Ask me anything you want. He said, what happened between you and your wives? Because I told him I was married 3 times, especially the 2 times. I said, brother, chasing entertainment. That was the problem. Me chasing entertainment back in the day. And that was my problem. I regret doing that and not incorporating the family. Let me go to the phone lines and see who's on my phone line. Please turn down all apparatuses that you're listening to me to, and talk to me on the phone. Yeah. Turn down all apparatus and talk to me on the phone. I gotta turn that down. Greetings. Who am I speaking with? And thank you for calling.
Greetings. My name is LaShauna. On IG and YouTube, I go by Nosy.
Yeah.
So you'll see me in the live chat. First, I'm so nervous.
It's all right. Go ahead.
I've never done anything like this before, but
yes,
what I can say is I came to this knowledge of you through Brother Channel Black Magic 363.
Yes.
Today, first of all, it's so ironic that Juneteenth. But today I did something that I never really ever do. I purchased a ticket to come to the event in Atlanta.
Good.
I don't want to be all over the place, but I'm really trying to compose myself to be able to speak because I'm very emotional. I want to cry now, but I want to hold it back.
Take your time, sister. We got time. Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
I actually am a middle child of Wendell and Mason Davis. My mom passed away 20 years ago.
Condolences.
And I realized that, when you buy a phone and it has the plastic on it and you go to peel it off, I feel as though that's what happened to me. The eyes, the plastic and the illusion of this world was peeled away from my mind and my eyes, and I'm literally just coming into the knowledge of knowing that everybody literally has been against me, and excuse my language, but I'm going to be very authentic.
Go ahead.
Since I came to this dick,
wow.
on December 11th, 1976, I came into a family that had so much discord and turmoil. And I praise the Most High Creator. I thank my mom for her sacrifice, because I literally believe today that I came through the womb of an earth angel. My mom was so much love and life in her family. a vulture. And I hate to say it, but I literally walked away from them in the last couple of years, cut my family all the way away from me. I was able to move through and come out of very dysfunctional relationship. I married a man who's my daughter's father, who was very violently abusive to me, and I was able to move out of that. But I know I walked into it because that's the pathology of my family. You know, the women that have gone, I always say my mothers before me, I'm not going to be like them. I want to live the life that they never got to live. These women sacrificed their lives for men that were no good. For their children, some of their children ended up being no good. And they were the love and the light. And I feel that I am that cornerstone. I feel I am that black sheep, but I'm
that's right.
I'm coming into
that's right.
accepting myself,
that's right.
Believing in myself, because I never was really taught to.
That's right. That's right.
I'm moving through atmospheres and coming out of impoverished mindset, not believing in myself, lack mindset. Like I'm struggling, but not really. I'm releasing the old life. I'm mourning my old self.
Yes.
I don't have not one friend. And it's because I wanted it that way. You know, I got to finally see that everybody around me, my family, and then when I moved outside my family, I realized that I built my friend circle. Around the same paradigm. So I ended up, and I don't mean to disrespect anybody in my family, but it is what it is. I'm only telling the truth. You know, it's a family of women that are very toxic, backstabbing, will sleep with your man. You know, and there's proof of that. They have exchanged partners, and this is what I saw growing up, for each other.
Wow.
You know, and it really snuffed the whole purity out of me. Like I grew up scared.
Wow.
I grew up because of all the violence that I saw.
Yes.
And I don't mean to keep going on. I feel like I'm dumping, but I feel like I know that I overshare. But like in a world, in a society right now that tells you, oh, keep things to yourself. Don't don't share. How can I not share if I don't share? I'm going to implode.
That's right.
There's been plenty of times where I wanted to just die, not wake up.
That's right.
But then as I come into the reality of who I really truly am, I'm like, giving them no satisfaction.
That's right.
And off in myself.
That's right. Let's get that. I'm gonna get that.
Off in myself.
I get that. That's right.
But I don't know how.
That's right. No, hold on. Let me ask you. You said you're born December 11th, 1977. 1976.
Yes, I'm 47 years old.
You know what's so interesting about just being born on the 11th, which is a master healing number, but you do have to be very mindful throughout your life from energy vampires. You definitely have to be careful. People that try to deceive you and all of that. That's very important. And yes, and what's so funny, the word cornerstone adds up to the master number 11. So yes, you are a cornerstone. No doubt. If you will.
I think this also, I don't mean to cut you off.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I've been living in the house. And I knew what it was, the address, obviously, when I moved in it, before I moved in it, but I didn't really understand the significance. And I've been in this house. I feel like I've been stuck in this house. Don't really have the resources to move out of the area in the house, but I live in an 11. My address, my house number is 11.
Wow.
And I wrestle back and forth with knowing that spiritually I'm supposed to be here in this place. Right.
No, but anytime you live in those type of houses, it will alert you about your spiritual connection, but it's also reminding you that you need to grow, because in actuality, you're supposed to expand beyond where you're at. And you're definitely supposed to run your own business. And remember, the friend that you have is really within yourself. Whatever you have to do a lot of the self work. And when you come to the event, just be open. Be open to receive what you see, and just analyze what's going on. come up to your brother if you can. You come up to me, you know, say what's up, and hey, because I'll be there. I'll be one of the MCs. I'll be also set up a table to, you know, I might have certain books, but be open to receive, because everybody usually that come to these events are all considered cornerstones. It's just some people don't know how to find their own corner and what they're supposed to do in that corner. But anytime you're born under that 11th frequency, you're here to bring integrity and spiritual enlightenment to the world on any capacity. But it's up to you whether you're willing to open up to it and bring it out so it can shine to the world. Because if you live in your head, yes, you will implode. You have to share the energy, because, and especially being born in the 12th month, because that's a number 3 that it adds up to. And 12 deals with the need to express yourself so you can expand yourself at the same time. So
thank you so much.
I want to thank you very much for even sharing what you share, because it's real. And people see me up here crying because I've been through certain similarity. Now, I didn't, like I almost took my own life because at the age of 8, because I didn't think my family loved me. Certain portion of my family didn't love me. So I understand what you're going through from my perspective, but all of us are connected in some form of fashion. And I hope to see you at the event, man. And please, when you see King Simon, even though I'm busy and all that, I might be running around doing things.
Just say this really quick.
Yes,
because I don't want to hold up.
Yes.
Time. You've been, like you said, you've been on more than an hour, and I'm so glad to be here. And you mentioned that I should be working for myself. I actually quit New Jersey Transit after over 15 years.
Wow.
I did that in 2021.
Get that around as well.
I've been doing Uber ever since. On the right track.
Yes. But what I want you to do is start journaling and writing, because a lot of your stories from your family, from when you was a childhood, need to come out so it can help others along the way. And just remember, even the men that were no good, you got to remember they came from a trauma also. So forgive.
And no. I am coming to a place of forgiveness.
Right there,
forgiving everyone around me. I am coming to a place of forgiveness. I used to think that forgiveness was letting people off the hook.
No,
but I realize now it's not letting me off the hook.
And not
holding it.
Yes.
So I'm getting that.
Right.
But I just wanted to say really quickly.
Yes, ma'am.
And I just want to speak this out so I can release it.
Go ahead.
And let it go. I've also come into knowledge of realizing that I participated somewhat in forming idols in my life when it comes to icons. I sought solace and individuality internally through hip hop.
Yeah.
I first came into the knowledge of self through Boogie Down Productions. When I was a young girl watching videos, my mom, never really hindered me at all. She encouraged, the things of me that lit me up. And I love music, and I still love music to this day. I post a song every day in my IG story just to invoke and express. But the thing about that is I'm watching what's been going on a lot in celebrity world, and I'm realizing that I don't know what's really real anymore. Who's really real?
Girl.
And I feel that I'm coming to a safe place or environment, but I don't want to look at all of you who I've sat, and watched on my TV, on YouTube over the years, the last few years.
Yeah.
I don't want to feel like I am not a part of the energy. I don't want to feel like I'm on the outside floating by looking at all these iconic figures that are doing great and wonderful things, the things that I used to be able to do.
And
how do I get past that and realize that I am a part of the collective that is here to do good, the conscientious.
Right.
Because you said that and it evoked in me, because I've had to think about me like, you can't even be my friend if you don't have integrity.
That's right. And
I'm talking about new people in my life.
You know what?
If you look like you moving funny, because I have dealt with people that were less than, and I'm still, wanting to be a part of and not wanting to not be on the outside, accepted a lot of fuckery from people.
Yeah, I know. Believe me.
Knowing it wasn't no good, but because I didn't want to be alone.
Right.
I went along with a lot, and I'm not willing to do that anymore.
And you don't.
So how do I really just tap into my real true confidence and not be afraid to speak out. I have a voice, and it comes from within.
That's right.
From it's divine. I realize that today. But how do I get past this human nature?
But let me say this from my perspective. Just remember, it's just a perspective. But when you really look at it, I tell people all the time that numbers are here to guide you, not control you. So when you really look at your birthday, I know another friend of mine is born the same day, and he used to be very skeptical about people until he got with somebody, a wife that was really supportive, and he brought the balance to his life, and he opens up more now. Born the same day you're born, and because remember, 11 in numerology is the number that got to be has to pay attention to people trying to deceive them, or they're being deceived. Or they deceiving themselves into believing that everybody is their friend. But a good book that I always recommended for first people born under any master number, I said the book is called Dodging Energy Vampires.
Okay.
And because it's written by an MD, but she comes from a spiritual and a physical perspective. Because if you attract narcissism, you might have a little bit inside of you. And you got exactly. So now you got to reassess yourself, reevaluate yourself, so you can realign yourself with the spiritual gift that 11s came through to give. Like I tell people, the name Jesus adds up to the number 11, and we know what happened to Jesus. He got deceived. So you got to be very mindful of who you let in your space. Not be standoffish and crazy, but make sure you read the room and know who you could attract to your energy that are similar to your energy, and that work on it, because it's not microwave. I'm sorry we was raised in a microwave society for the last 50 years, but it's not microwave. It still takes work, and you got to learn to manage your weaknesses and strengthen your strengths, and then you can start allowing the right energy to be connected to you with the boundaries, yes, but respecting their boundaries also, and bringing about the boundaries of balance with each other. You understand? And you know,
yes, I did.
But I'm hopefully you can get my book one day. It's very helpful, and like I said, it's a perspective. That's all it is. It's a perspective to help add on to the puzzle. And remember, like I said earlier, all of us are a piece of the puzzle. I don't need you in the bleachers. Come on out, because my motto at a nightclub years ago used to say, everyone is a celebrity. Everyone is a celebrity. All of us are celebrities. Yeah.
I believe that. I do. I believe that. Like, I do believe that. Like, why do we even get caught up in that whole idolatry of celebrity when we're all stars?
But that started from religion. Jesus is a celebrity to Christians. Muhammad is a celebrity to Muslims. You know, Moses is a celebrity to Hebrews. But those are certain higher aspects of who we are and what we could strive to be. That's what they're trying to tell you in those scriptures. But we're not doing that. We want a celebrity and give everything to them instead of really taking accountability for ourselves. And that's what the problem is. But there is a solution. Start taking accountability and having accountability, reciprocal partnership around you. They don't have to be sexual partners, just a friend or family or somebody that is reciprocal. And it might start off with a little child. Maybe you need to gravitate to the children, because you got a lot of children energy around you. You got a lot of child energy around you. And that's why you're still crying and why you're still thinking about, because that's what children do. We'll go into our room and cry things out. And I still cry to this day, because I'll be wondering, why am I here? And blah, 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 blah. I did all of that. It still creeps up in our head every now and then. And that celebrity that called me was so humbled that I talked about. I won't mention his name, but he was so humble and respectful.
I've been guessing who it might be.
Oh, yeah. You go ahead and put your guess out there. Go ahead, put a guess.
Well, the first name that came to me was wrong, because you mentioned music later.
Yes.
So the first person that came to me was Denzel Washington.
Now Denzel is watching, but I haven't experienced him yet. I've experienced friends of Prince contact me and said Prince used to watch all of us,
You know, I feel, I ain't even going to say that. But okay. I ain't even going to say that, but I was going to say that. And the second person that came to me was Andre 3000.
Andre's watching, but I ain't getting contact with him yet. But we'll talk. Okay. We'll talk. You get.
Yeah.
You get.
You
getting close though. You're getting close.
Really? Wow.
I mean, it's an entertainment, so it is entertainment, and those guys are.
There's only so many people that today, in my mindset, and as I'm transforming and moving higher, there's only certain people that I look at in the industry, and think to myself, it's something different about them. It's something that is way deeper than your surface level. Some people you can just see. I feel the veil is already gone, and you can really see if you really pay attention.
That's right.
Really who.
That's right.
And who's standing for what.
That's right. That's right.
But yeah, I don't think it's really that hard. It's not becoming that hard. It is a nightmare that I feel I am moving through, but because it's not pretty.
Right.
It's really. I feel I'm really doing and moving through my shadows, and it is not
right.
Right.
But my sister, thank you very much for calling in, man. And do you have any business? You said you're only on Uber, but remember, my dear, you are definitely supposed to do some spiritual business up to help other people on a journey. So take the time out to really consider all that you went through and turn your pain, pleasure, and passion into profit. All of it.
I'm going to really, really fit more and more. I mean, what you're saying, honestly, and I swear I don't mean to hold you.
You already know.
Because I have nobody to talk to. So you have really been like a line of defense. I've held a lot in, just moving through quietly.
Right.
Right. So what you're saying, I intuitively know. And I'm coming to the point now where I feel I'm being pushed out and I feel the Most High is going to give me what I need when I get out there.
Yes, right.
Or as I'm getting pushed. But I feel I have no choice now. I'm up and I'm aware and I'm accountable for myself. And, I have to move through. So what you're saying, I already know. I'm just trying to get off of that lazy side of Sagittarius.
Yeah.
And that whimsical and playful side of Sagittarius and really get to the work
that
I need to be doing.
Hey, girl, you could plurk it. Play and work. It's not twerking, it's plurking. Play and work. It's all right. All right, my dear. Have a great evening.
Thank you so much, sir. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much for your life. Everything.
Thank you, sister. Be
safe. Your work.
Thank you, sister. Thank you. Bye-bye. Yeah, that was a good call, man. Hey, I know people have been trying to call me. Please, you can call me back now. One call I can take, accept. One call I can accept. 718-210-8853. 718-210. Somebody said on here, people are putting all kinds of. I never met LL personally. Never met LL personally. That's what I said. I never met LL personally. No, never met him at all. But never met Denzel personally, but I've been in the same circle, 6 degrees of separation between these guys. Will Smith, 6 degrees of separation. My stepdaughter, I don't even call her my stepdaughter. She is my bonus daughter. I like that word, bonus daughter from a relationship that I have. So my son is her brother. The son that I'm going to his graduation to in New York this weekend. She was interviewed by Tara Banks and Will Smith on IG and on YouTube and stuff. So 6 degrees of separation. I'm definitely close. And, Abundance Child reminded me that, all these dreams of different artists and entertainments that I've been having is deep. But let me go to the phone line again. Let's see who's on my phone line. Please turn down your apparatus that you're listening to me and talk to me over the phone, please. All right. Welcome to the Numerovational Perspective. Who am I speaking with? How you feeling?
Man, I am amazing. Peace, my brother.
Peace, brother. How you doing? How's everything with you?
Hey, King Simon, man. I am amazing, man. And I enjoy the show. I enjoy watching.
Thank you.
I even enjoy listening to the first call and hearing us for it.
Yes, sir. Your phone is not coming through clearly. I need your. I don't want you to mess up the algorithm. Please come. Let me clear up your phone line if you can, please.
Now,
go ahead and talk. Let me hear you.
Okay, yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, but you're coming in. Yeah, you're coming in a little muffled though. But go ahead, do your thing. What you wanted to say?
Hey, can you say nothing? I do want to respond on what you were saying about being like the black sheep, man.
Yes.
It's like a gift and a curse at the same time.
Yes,
right? And the words of James Baldwin, something he said about being relatively conscious means to be angry all the time. Right. And I get what he's saying, because in my first awakening, I found myself angry all the time, learning this, learning that, researching this, researching that. I found myself angry. But one time, like I got a truck for a living, so I'm on my truck, I was driving, and my ex came to me and said, "Love is the key." And I was wondering, you know what I'm saying, how could I change the world? I wanted to desperately do something to change the world. And something inside of you, man, say, start with yourself.
Start with yourself. That's right.
And since that day, I've been doing that. But, you know, it's kind of, it's lonely, right? Because you really have no one to talk to. Like, no one gets you, no one understands you. You know, you have these thoughts, these ideas, these dreams, and you want to share it. But when you do, people look at you crazy. So a lot of things I just speak for myself, family.
Yeah, sometimes that's what you got to do, brother, because sometimes you have to, you know, Les Brown used to say one time at a class, because I studied with Les, and a whole crew of us studied with Les for a whole month years ago in 2005. Right. And Les Brown used to say, you know, when you're going through stuff, you put it in your heart, but when after you've done that, then you put it in your pocket, because you've taken all those lessons that you've held in your heart, and now it became a blessing by making money from it and all that kind of stuff. So sometimes you got to hold a little. If you know your family and friends are not ready for the information you have to offer, there is a world of people that are ready for you. There's other people like myself, and that's why you got to come to. That's why you got to come to those metaphysic events, and you know the things that me and Brother Rich are producing, because then you get to meet like-minded people. I'm not gonna say all of them are like-minded. Some people are just getting into it. Some people are trolls. Some people just want to see. Some people are spies. Some people are enemies. For real. You never know. That's why Malcolm used to say that he would never be under any illusion that there was no enemy in the audience. Never. I'm never under any illusion. I was trained by Dr. Khalid and Minister Farrakhan and various other people in this. And so I know.
That
was my brother.
I feel like I have a similar energy, man. I have a warrior energy, a warrior spirit, man. I just learned about a year and a half ago. My ancestors was Blackfoot Indians. So I started researching Blackfoot Indian people and learning more. So they were some people are saying that they were warriors. You know, say they traded with the Europeans. There's so many things they said about the Blackfoot Indian.
Yes, sir.
And it kind of explains why I'm the way I am. I love being in the sun. Like people laugh at me because I take my shoes and socks off and sit in the sun. I'm already melanated, right? So people like, you know, say, you must be gonna get dark. Without having no time to explain to them why I'm sitting in the sun, why I got my feet planted up in the grass. It just takes a whole lot to explain it for people that don't get it.
Yes. And you know, grounding, we've been doing that for thousands and thousands of years, although it was another person from another culture that won the Nobel Peace Prize for it. I'm like, really? That's what we're doing? But it's all good, man. Just keep on doing what you're doing, man, and travel safely out in them streets. Okay, my brother?
Hey, I will be in Atlanta for the gathering of the Masters. I met you at Ken Father's album release party. I had drove there for Chicago, and I was literally the last person in line. And you guys had to wrap it up. I was like, oh, wow. I never get there to talk to you.
Oh, damn, man. Sorry. I will be doing it again for those 2 days. So hopefully you can catch me online real quick. But remember, I'll be in between doing the stage and all that kind of stuff. So I'll be rolling. But I'm trying to get Lloyd Strayhorn out here so he could also help out and do his thing. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man. That'll be nice if you do that. Hey, please, I ain't going to hold you up, man. I just want to say, man, I love you, man.
Thank you.
I preach love. I talk about love. I represent love.
Thank you, brother.
Man, black love, black power.
Hey, black love, black power, man. Be safe out there. Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right,
man. Yo, family. Yo, this is are there any events in the Mideast? Does anyone know? I do not know. I know we're doing something in Atlanta. now that we moved out here to Stone Mountain, Stonecrest, and Atlanta, we doing some things out here sometimes, and we're making the price reasonable. So when you come, you can pay for your hotel and everything else, and come and enjoy the festivities for a whole weekend. Again, myself and Brother Rich he's doing. This is his event, of course. I got to shout that out because I'm going to be one of the MCs for that for both days. Jewel Pookrum, Sister Myra Moss, Queen of Four on August the 10th. And then it's going to be Dr. B. Sirius, I said the Duke of Tears, and Yaki Awakening. But the host, the celebrity of the conscientious community is going to be vending. The Sharif Bey, myself, Brother Ankh Rising Son, Q Reeves just confirmed, B. Dell confirmed. I mean, the sister, Dr. Shakira Moore is going to be in the building. I mean, they're going to be a whole host of brothers and sisters from the conscientious community. I do not call them conscious community no more. Conscientious, because we're here to do something right. And then in October, we're doing a tribute to one of the elders of the conscientious community, Dr. Dick Gregory, on October 12th, and on October 13th, Ashra Kwesi and his wife, Mira Kwesi. Y'all definitely, the tickets go on sale for July the 1st, and it's going to be very early bird tickets, free. I mean, not free, but very early bird tickets. I got Dick Gregory's nephew coming to do a comedy show. This brother is hot on the comedy world. And this is the guy that says that Dick Gregory inspired him to be a comedian. So August is going to be this, and then y'all got another 2 or 3 months before the October event. So y'all got a lot of festivities. And if you're vendors, you can come and vend at both of them. You can vend at the two-day event here, and you could vend at the 2-day event here, and still have all access to the venue. So hey, look, we're gonna have a good time, man. Again, family, want to remind everybody, from June the 19th to the 22nd, very limited edition of my hardcover books. And if you bring the hardcover book after you purchase it, or any of my books after you purchase it, guess what? You will get it signed by your brother. We'll take some pictures. Or if you get any of my books, or bring any of my books to the venue on any of those events, the Gathering of the Masters or the tribute to Dick Gregory and Ashra Kwesi, boom, you get to sign. I get to sign and take some pictures with you. Whatever book you bring, I'm signing, especially if it's my books. But right now, the exclusive hardcover edition right now is on sale right now. This is definitely a desktop book to put on your desk so people can come and read. If you have an office, if you have a medical office, you got a psychology office, whatever office you got, you can put this on your desk and it'll stand right there by itself. And they can read, but it's exclusive, and make sure it's now very limited edition between June 19th and the 22nd through PayPal and Cash App, but you must add your full name and address to pay in the PayPal and the Cash App description. All right. Anybody else want to call in? What does this mean to you? The stone that the builders rejected has become the cornerstone, or are you considered, or would you consider yourself the black or the gray sheep of the family? If you consider yourself the black, explain what that means to you. Let's talk about it real quick. We had all 2 callers already call in. The number is open, 718-210-8853. I'll probably take 2 more callers. That's 718-210-8853. That's 718-210-8853. Don't forget, you can spread love via PayPal and Cash App also, if this meant anything to you. But if you want to go ahead and buy my book, go ahead and buy the book, man, and let's sign some books and let's have some fun. That's 718-210-8853 is the number to call in and talk to your brother right now. I'm excited. I'm excited because I recognize that although one time I was a stone that people wanted to throw away, I became the cornerstone of what I'm doing today through my talents and my gifts. And that's what I'm talking about. Through your gifts and your talent, you become the cornerstone. And because your name and your birthday reveals the gift, talent, skills, and lessons and blessings that you can acquire by doing the work or doing the playing while you're working. Come on, let's do it, man. Let's do it. We can do it together. There's enough of it to go around, and we need people to reciprocally work with each other and help each other and heal each other. So when you do call me, but turn down your apparatus so that you're listening to me on, and talk to me over the phone. Listen to me over the phone and talk to me over the phone when I answer the phone call. So 718-210-8853. I'm taking two more callers. 718-210-8853. And tonight, myself and Sister Carrie Ann Ingram will be doing our thing. You can call in live. Also, it'll be a live call-in show. I might even share the link. Come get a personal numerology analysis or numerovation analysis of your numbers and your and an intuitive tarot and oracle message from what Carrie Ann Ingram does tonight. We're going to be doing it tonight at 8 o'clock. From 8 to we'll probably go till 10 o'clock tonight, from 8 to 10. So come on in and join. I'll go on the board and break down things, names, birthday, whatever I got to do, for yourself, your family, your children, wherever you want to go with it, it can be done. It's just here to guide you. Once again, the number here is 718-210-8853. That's 718-210-8853. Give me a call. Carmino. Yes, Carmino. Carmino, my brother and sister. You know what I'm saying? Carmino. Man, this has been an exciting time. Believe me, we are in the greatest times of our life. And I know this to be true because the people that are called celebrities are watching the people like yourself who are celebrities in your own way. They're listening to you while you call in on these shows. They're listening to you while you show your face, maybe on Brother Rich's show or whatever, or Sarnetta's show. They're watching. They're checking out the debate scene. They're checking out the conscious scene. They're checking out the metaphysics scene. You mean a lot to what this world needs. You are the answer from your own bloodline to what this world needs. And there's some people that come here to poison this. Some people come here to come with their craziness and their madness, but you can be the change to your own family, to your own bloodline. You came here to break the cycle. If you're listening to my voice, I know you came here to do this. This is all synchronicity for a reason. It's not just because I shared it on YouTube or whatever, or shared it in the Discord. Big up to everybody in the Discord for Brother Rich, Black Magic 363 for the Gathering of the Master Discord. I'm in there daily throwing certain things or throwing some positive things. So big up to all of y'all that's in the Discord for Brother Rich right now. If you're in the Discord, put your hands in the air, but boom. Remember, it is a hardcover book. Somebody said the man who created a lobotomy and killed like 400 people got the Peace Prize. Yeah. Awards means nothing. Yes, it got a whole Nobel Peace Prize. Oh my gosh, it is what it is, man. They sometimes people, this society sometimes, like Dr. Khalid said on Donahue years ago, this society awards their killers. This society awards their killers because, remember, it's a warring nation. So they sometimes award their killers as much as they might award somebody that came with peace. You know what I'm saying? But they're balanced. They awarding their killers and their peacemakers and their scientists and all that. So, but why even Billy Carson is having a conscious award? Because he wants to award the people that are doing the work to keep the world a better place. So don't forget also to vote for me at the Conscious Awards. Vote for me at the Conscious Awards if you can. Go ahead and go to text that number 954-245-0086. That's 954-245-0086. Text that number and vote for your brother, because I'm here to serve the greater good of the world in my own way, just like you're here to save the greater good in your world in your own way. I'm going to put the direct website link in the chat right now, so y'all can probably just click on it right then and there. So here it is. Boom. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, who's the black sheep? Where's the black sheep? Big up to the black sheep. Big up to my brothers that call themselves the black sheep. Yeah, who's the black sheep? Where's the black sheep? Yo, everybody in hip hop out of their own family was called a black sheep because the parents and grandparents did not understand the music that they was coming with. Even in Jamaica, everybody in the dance hall music era, from the Beanie Man and the Yellow Man and the Shaggy and even myself, was called the black sheep because they didn't understand what we were bringing. Because every generation, and sure enough, people that are into trap, a lot of them don't understand what is going on, even with trap music. A lot of people don't understand what's happening with trap music. So we get it. We get it. I understand it. I like the beats. I may not understand what they're saying most of the time, but I like the beats, and the beats still be like, you know, and they doing their mumble rap, and you got to respect if that's what they want to do. That's what they want to do. At one time, they thought pure hip hop was mumble rap. It was mumbling. That's what they thought. Scratching the record was crazy to the elders because they didn't want you to scratch up their James Brown record. I remember I had a James Brown record, the Funky Drummer. I had the James Brown record that was so you could hear the shh as you scratching it. That's how much times I was scratching it. You know what I'm saying? You know, pays the cost to be the boss. We used to do that scratch for that. Pays the cost to be the boss. It pays the cost to beat the boss. Look at me. You know, and then that beat, that funky drumming beat come in. We got to do what we do. We used to play Super Sperm. Them are good songs that we mixed down back in the day. Me, a Jamaican and Cuban family, loved the hip hop and what they brought, and we was doing it too. I was doing it in Flatbush. I was doing it in Fort Greene and Crown Heights. Though I was doing that mixing stuff. I was having my good time with the music. So I'm going to take, again, 2 more callers. I'm going to take 2 more people. What does it mean to be a black sheep to you? And are you a so-called black sheep in your family or gray sheep in the family? Give me a call now. Let's go to the phone lines right now. Let me see who's on my phone line. Remember, turn down your listening device and listen to me over the phone. Yes, greetings. Welcome to the Numerovational Perspective. Who are we speaking with? Who am I speaking with? Hey, what's up, brother? Hi.
Jacob.
Hey, Jacob, how's everything? Hello? Uh-oh. Hello. Who's this?
This is Baga.
Baga, how are you doing, Baga? Where you calling from, sir?
I'm calling from Miami.
Miami, big up to Miami. How's everything in Miami, man? How you doing?
Well, you know, it's rain and sun, but it's the beach and it's Metro Caribbean.
Yes, exactly. Where you now? Let me ask you a question. What do you feel about those words, black sheep of the family, gray sheep of the family, or would you consider yourself the stone that the builders rejected and became the cornerstone?
Well, black sheep. You know that word. They know it goes sometime. But I could say that I am because I was put out of family a couple of times. First of all, because I was Rasta.
Of course,
from
yes.
the Christian church, you know.
Yeah, man, yeah, I know. I've been there. I got put out of my house one time too for that.
But it's funny that I was in church and the priest came from the altar to me in front of everybody and put me out of the church.
What? Really? Get out of here! That's crazy.
That was one of the most serious parts of my life, man. And then, you know, family put me out because Rastafari. You know the runnings. I'm a musician.
That's good.
Like you.
Yeah.
Follow you, you know.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you, brother.
I'm on the air. People hear me. Right?
Yeah. You're on the line.
Oh, because I'm connected with a very high Jamaican family in the music business. Yes. I've been listening to you from the longest time, Black Mark, the whole thing.
Yes.
I promote you, I do everything.
Yes. Thank you.
Just being the black sheep, that's how it works.
You know,
stone that builders refuse. I'm trying to be the head cornerstone.
That's right.
I'm not trying. I'm going to
You're doing it. You're doing what you got to do, man. And that's a powerful thing, man. And, I've worked with a lot of the big reggae acts from back in the day, all the big families from back in the day. So, I see Buju going to be in New York, and I said, because I know David and I know Jabba Beat Jabba and all of them. And I said, I could go to that show, but I said, you know what? I'm not going to go. I'm not going to try to get, because I'm not in that world like I used to be, but it is what it is. I've been there, I've done that, and I love what Buju is doing finally, coming out and doing what he got to do. And he himself can used to talk about the black sheeps and all that, and people, how he used to be treated when he was young, trying to come out and become an artist. And all of us went through it. So just keep on doing your work, my brother. Keep on doing your work. There's so much that you have to offer through music and all of that. So keep on doing it for real. You hear me?
Yeah. True. You know what I would have to do, Paul, if you don't mind? I can give you my date of birth and see what one.
Well, but I want to keep on moving, man. But keep on doing. Just when you're ready to book a session, man, come to me and let's deal with it. All right. That's what we do. All right,
my brother.
All right.
You have a full day, and I'm following you, and I'm gonna send a track to you.
Yeah. All right. Bless up, man. Take care. All right. Yeah. Yes. No. And anybody else? Hello? Let me see. Anybody else in the phone lines? I guess there's nobody else in the phone lines. Let me see. All righty. Remember the number here is 718-210-8853. That's 718-210-8853. That's 210-8853. Call in. I'm going to take one more call and keep it moving. That's 718. That's right. 718-210-8853. How did that terminology originate? Sounds like a European defining what is opposed to their way of doing things. Hey, it's been going on even before Europe, to tell you the truth. It's because we are speaking different language, and everything we're saying right now, terminology originates European. You got to remember, European was originally melanated people. Europe was originally melanated people. So we got to be very careful of something that we taught them and that they use now against us. We got to be very careful of words and language and all that. So all of that sound, it sounds cute that we're saying certain things, but I be laughing at a lot of that stuff, man, because all of us are using quote unquote English dialect. All of us are using this English dialect, whether you're speaking it from one way or another, but we all are using it in our own way. So, one more time, family, 718-210-8853, 718-210-8853. Please turn down your apparatus and listen to me over the phone. Talk to me over the phone. Who am I speaking with? Welcome.
Hey, King Simon. My name's Jacob.
Jacob, what's up, Jacob? I think I lost your call. What's going on, Jacob? How you doing?
No problem. I'm doing all right. I'm doing great.
How do you feel about that black sheep word that people use that was really used for people that are doing something different than what the family wanted you to do? And I call it of course, in the scriptures that said the stone that the builders refused now becomes the cornerstone, probably of the family, probably of your organization, whatever it is. What do you feel about those sayings, my brother?
Well, I think it could apply to many things.
Yes, it can. Yes, it can.
I have kind of a unique outlook on things because like my whole family's kind of messed up, but they see me as like, the one everybody puts pressure on to do good,
Right. and also they put pressure on you.
This seems like upset,
Right. You say they put pressure on you to do good?
Yeah, because everybody kind of recognizes and tells me that like you're the one who's going to do good, Jake, and everything's
right.
You're going to do big things, it puts a lot of pressure on you, especially when you're young.
Right. And how do you feel about that people are putting pressure on you to be better and do better?
Well, at first, in the beginning, it gets you super nervous. It gives you anxiety and stuff because high expectations and whatnot. But I think in the long run, you'll sorry.
Take your time.
beating a little bit.
Take your time, Jacob. Everything is all right, brother. Take your time. Stay focused. You'll be all right.
Right.
Mm-hmm. You know, it's just like climbing that ladder. Jacob climbs the ladder. Sometimes you got to climb that ladder, brother. Climb the ladder.
That's right. 33 steps.
Exactly.
I happen to be 33.
And that 33 is a healing number, so don't be afraid. Even how you spell your name, Jacob?
J-A-C-O-B.
Now I'm gonna show you something. I'm gonna show you on the air right now that Jacob, that powerful name of Jacob, and that is what when you see a name like this, the way you see the way it's spelled in the Chaldean system, that's 10, 12, 13, 14. 14, sometimes that's the nervous energy. So I see why you're nervous. That 5 rules nervousness. So you got to be very careful in learning how to calm your nerves when dealing in certain things, especially because really the 14 in compound numerology has the ability to deal with a multitude of people, but you have to be creative and you have to have foundation and stability so you can expand over your nervousness. And then in the Pythagorean system, the word Jacob, that's 10, that's 12. Again, here come 13. 13 is the number of power and dominance. So whatever you put your mind to want to accomplish, if you're disciplined, you're creative, you're willing to expand, and you're willing to not be expendable, then the power will start to shine and you'll be able to deal with crowds of people without even being nervous. You know what I'm saying? That's where that's the gift that the name offers, but there's a negative to all of that because you could be living in your own head because of the number 4. You could be overthinking because of the number 5, and you got so much going through your head. So you got to learn to calm it down, relax, and just say what you mean what you say, and say it out of respect. I'm just showing you what the name Jacob means from a numerovational perspective. That's all. You understand?
Yeah, that's kind of what I've been looking for, some some guidance in the
I hope
numerology surrounding my birthday and name.
Yeah, well, when you're ready, man, do a full session with me and let's get it in. Your first, middle, last name, your birthday. Let's get it in because there's much more. And you get a recording after it. You get to ask any question within the session, and it will help you out because what happens after my session, I don't care who you are. If you're open to it, it will help you to explode your DNA to reach for something even higher. Because your name is what you've been growing up with all your life, and your birthday you've been going up all. But some people don't think it's that. They say that some people say, "Damn, it's that easy," and it's not that it's that easy. I wrote my first book was called my first book was called Numbers Are Simple, People Are Complicated. I just broke down something simple to you, but you might be in your own head complicating it when it's really that simple. One, you know what I'm saying? It's that simple. It's just, are you willing to work towards it? Are you willing to meet the potential that each number's interpretation has to offer you? That's all I'm trying to tell you. That's all. Simple as that. You got to meet the potential. It's not microwave. You're 33. You've been living in a microwave society for all of your 33 years of life. And you got to, it's not microwave at all, my brother. All right, Jacob?
For sure, man.
But thank you for calling in, my brother. You be safe out there, all right?
Thank you, man. Keep in touch.
All right, make sure you do a session with me, man. Peace and love.
All right, for sure, man.
Yes, sir. No problem. Peace. And that's usually that. I show you how simple that can be. Remember what happened with Jacob's ladder. What was he trying to do? He was fighting with the angel. He was trying to get the power. That adds up to the power number 13. He was fighting with an angel. If you remember the story of that whole story of that vision that was happening at that time, and that's what changed his name from Jacob to Israel. Y'all think I don't know my Bible? I know my Bibles, and I don't go by the Bible. I went into the Bible to read about that story. You know what I'm saying? I went into it. And it might be Yakub in the Arabic language. It might be whatever you change it to, but I'm looking at from what that brother gave me that name. And every facet of that name tells me what he needs, what gift, what talents and skills he possibly could use in this realm, but he got to stop living in his head, and he got to stop being nervous about positive things that he's supposed to do in this realm. So if people are trying to encourage him, like he said, his family is encouraging him because they may see some type of energy. They named him Jacob for a reason. Obviously, they named him Jacob for a reason. He just has to overcome the negative or the lower frequencies of these numbers, and he'll be the best he can be moving forward into this realm. I mean, it is easy, but because we come with a lot of traumas and dramas and mind control from our family, that's why a lot of that holds us back when 1 + 1 = 2. Everywhere in the world, everywhere I've gone, everywhere I've seen, everything I've studied, the Japanese numerology, Chinese numerology, the Chaldean, the Pythagorean, everywhere I go, every nuance of numbers that I've studied, it's still 1 + 1 = 2. It's still there. You notice I didn't say 1 times 1. I said 1 + 1. Whatever Terrence Howard is doing is a beautiful thing because he's allowing us to stretch our mind. And that is what a master number 11 does. He's born March 11. He's supposed to stretch your mind. But look at all of the patents that he owns. And he's also becoming famous through that. Not just through his acting, but he's becoming famous by what he has patented, to the point that people have to come through him to do certain things in the scientific world because he bought a patent for it. He's not stupid. And remember what Kaba Kamene used to say. He said the only thing that these people invented was the patent office, because all those patents that were submitted by melanated people all over the world, they've stole it and pillaged it and did what they had to do with it. So invent a patent. If you have an ideal, contact the patent office and make the patent happen. If you have an ideal, so people can come to you. Like Terrence Howard says, IBM has to come to him, and this person has to come to him, and that company has to come to him. He's a master number. He masterfully and strategically is aligning himself with something that's going to make him famous, and that's going to leave his legacy moving forward. That's how powerful the frequency of the master number 11 is when it comes to doing certain things. So on that note, family, woo! This has been a soul for real conversation. Yes, it has been. Thank you very much, family. Conscientious community, baby. I'm part of the conscientious community, Mrs. Edwards. Conscientious community. I ain't part of the conscious community. I'm part of the conscientious community. I want to see us do good for each other, for our families, all of that. Remember also one of the next things that I'm going to be doing, one of the next things I'll be doing is this. The numerovational perspective of anything that's repeatable becomes a law, according to science, inspired by Joe Dispenza. I was listening to one of Joe Dispenza, and he said something about anything that's repeatable becomes a law. In numerology, is the same thing, because what we look for in numerology is what is repetitive, what is measurable over time, and what is observable over time. Repeating, observing, and measurable, and then it becomes teachable. That's what happens with numbers, the study and the patterns of cycles and sequence of numbers, numerology. And I'm not here to sound good. I actually study. And apply. I'm not here to sound good. I'm trying to show you how your own name and birthday, it's just like taking a name like like one of the rap artists, let's say LL Cool J. The LL, remember, that's Lady Love. That's an abbreviation for Lady Love Cool J. So LL, if he's going by LL, that's the master number 33, which adds up to the number 6, which is the number of love. So Lady Love Cool J, and the number 6 itself is a feminine number. He's been using the right frequency all his life. LL is the 33, which is the master number of healing, teaching, and bringing balance to the world through love, the love frequency, in a jovial, happy, expressive manner. So LL Cool J has been hard as hell, especially for ladies and towards the battle rap, because he comes with an educational healing factor. That's what LL is supposed to do. So if somebody like him come and do a session with me, I'm going to break all of that down, plus his original name, and show him how it all worked for him throughout his life. So to change his name to LL Cool J was very important because it has stood the test of time. And look at the word cool with the double O's in it. So I'm seeing master number 66 and master number 77 in his name. I'm also seeing master number 33 in his name. So I see all these master numbers popping up in this man's name. The name that he has been known for all of his life, since he was 16, 17 years of age. That's how you look at these names. And it shows you the gift, the possible gifts and talents and skills that you have to offer that will help develop your purpose. Because everybody knows their purpose. Everybody really knows their purpose. It's just that we've been so inundated with so much trauma and drama and repetitious madness and symbolism that we lost our purpose along the way, but it's still within all of us. I've been dreaming about numbers since I was a child. That's why I gravitated to it. So I know I've been dreaming because I keep on still seeing similar dreams to this day. So on that note, we are 2 hours in. And last but not least, family, well, not last but not least, but remember, the limited edition for my hardcover books are now available from today all the way till the 22nd. From today until the 22nd. My 22nd of June is my grandmother's birthday, so I'm showing of, and plus we got the summer solstice and all that kind of stuff. All of that is happening. So $88.88 for the book. That includes shipping and handling and all of that. So you're gonna get it. I'm gonna take care of all of that within that. Take care of all of that within that, shipping and handling and all that good stuff. So family, once you pay via PayPal or circulate the money via PayPal.com/ PayPal.me/ King Simon or $King Simon 3158. Make sure before you send out that message or send that finance, make sure you put in the description of PayPal or Cash App your full name that I got to mail it to and your mailing address. Please put your full name and your mailing address or your P.O. box, whatever it is. Full name, mailing address in the PayPal and Cash App description between now and the 22nd. That's all I'm doing. For the hardcover books, only the hardcovers are available for this one. You want to get the soft covers, you can go to Amazon right now. You can go to Amazon right now. Go to Amazon.com, put King Simon in there. You'll see all of my books come up. Or go to my link tree, it goes directly to my links. If you want to take the Udemy class, the Udemy class is on udemy.com/course/holistic numerovation. If you want to book a session with me, text me your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. I have a short waiting list in June, but you will get in June. Even while I'm traveling, I do. I'm on paycation, not vacation. I'm on paycation all the time, not vacation. Big up to my son, his studio, Green Studio, NYC. I got to finish up the book. I got to finish up the audio book at the studio. Or I got to finish up at the studio anyway. Big up to Lloyd Strayhorn, Lloyd-Strayhorn.com. Hit him up. Big up to my dearest friend, Nina Dunham. Hit her up at 11university.com. She does cardology, astrology, and numerology proficiently, just like Lloyd Strayhorn does astronumerology proficiently. All right. Big up to Carrie Ann Ingram. She does the distant Reiki healing. She has healing jewelry, and she does tarot spreads on a very deeply spiritual level. Make sure you hit her up at carrieanningram.com. And do remember, family, don't forget, vote for your brother, 954-245-0086, 954-245-0086. And remember, we're going to be at the forbiddenknowledge.com /second annual Forbidden Conscious Award. We're going to be there. A whole lot of us are going to be there. So you need to be there. And don't forget, Don't forget, the Gathering of the Masters is almost sold out. I'm the MC for both days. Gathering of the Masters is almost sold out. Dr. Jewel Pookum, Sister Myra Mars, Queen of Fua, Dr. B. Sirius, Asir the Duke of Tears, Yaki Awakening, and everybody, mostly everybody that's been on Brother Richard's show is coming there to vend. So you can talk to them one-on-one, powwow around their table. Have a line. I'm going to be doing sessions. Aquarius Maximus is going to be doing sessions. I don't know if Raul is coming, but I know I'm going to be there. Trying to get Lloyd there too. It's going to be crazy. All right. And in the month of October, we're doing this special tribute for my 29th year in promotion and production. King Simon Productions celebrates 29 years. It's a celebration. I've been doing promotion and productions since 1995 professionally. I've been doing it since I was 12 years old, but professionally, I've been doing it since 1995. I started out at SOBs and the Palladium and Urban Plaza. So please, please, please. It's going to be a special 2-day weekend, October 12th. I'm not celebrating Columbus. I'm celebrating Baba Dick Gregory, and I'm celebrating Baba Ashra Kwesi and Mirara Kwesi. Those 2 days. That's what I'm doing. So I know y'all going to be doing it with me. And we're looking forward to having Mark Gregory, his nephew, come in the building. All right. The nephew will be in the building. So we're working on that. And those flyers will be at the event also. And do remember, tonight we're doing it just like this. Tonight we're doing it. And please support Dr. Nalani. Dr. Nalani's doing Backed by Popular Demand. They're doing something this coming weekend on June the 23rd. Make sure I'm gonna put it in the chat. I'm gonna put this in the chat for Dr. Nalani. Dr. Nalani is doing something big. So make sure y'all come and join in. I think it's free too. This is free. It's another free webinar for how my lifestyle saved my life. So make sure it's in the chat right now. Big up to Dr. Nalani. I spoke to her back by popular demand. People wanted it because some people missed it. Make sure y'all sign up and register through that webinar registration right there. Want to thank each and every one of y'all for coming in. Thank y'all. Give a great live. Thank y'all very much for showing up. It's going to be powerful. I'm telling you, family. And thank all of you for coming through. And remember, tonight, we're going to have a good time tonight. And don't forget, on July 17th, July 17th, Wednesday, July 17th, we have this beautiful sister. Also, we're going to be bringing in Asir, the Duke of Tears, too. I got Wesley Muhammad getting ready to be lined up, and Nuri Muhammad also getting ready to be lined up. So it is what it is. We're going to have a great time. Family, y'all be safe. Y'all be great. And don't forget, from today until the 22nd, the hardcovers available. This is definitely for your desktop, and this is definitely for your nightstand. This is definitely for your office. It stands by itself. All right? It's the hardcover, baby. It's the hardcover. Numerovational for Mental Stability, exclusive, very limited edition. I'm telling you right now, very limited edition. And if you're coming to any of the events, I will sign any of the books that you bring to me, okay? Have a great day, afternoon, or evening. Be strong, be safe, be holistic in everything that you do. You turn off this phone. I don't want nobody calling me. And you take care of yourself on all levels, all right? Peace and love. And thank you for all you callers that call in and everybody that's been watching on Instagram, Facebook, and also on YouTube. Thank you.
Content disclaimer. The views, comments, and opinions expressed by guest speakers or authors on this YouTube channel do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions held by this channel's broadcasters and its sponsors. Parental guidance is advised. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teachers, scholarship, education, and research. For fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringed.
Hey everyone, it's Billy Carson, aka Forbidden Knowledge. I am thrilled to introduce to you an extraordinary weekend event happening right here in Miami, Florida on August 3rd and 4th. It's none other than the second annual Forbidden Conscious Awards weekend. After the tremendous success of last year's event with over 1,200 attendees from around the globe, we knew we had to make this year's event even more spectacular. On Saturday, we have a captivating conference lined up featuring world-renowned speakers such as Muhammad Ibrahim, Merkaba 13, Robert Grant, Billy Carson, and a women's panel panel hosted by Elizabeth Carson. Following the conference, we'll set sail for a VIP yacht cruise at sunset where you'll have the chance to mingle with your favorite nominees and celebrity guests, all hosted by yours truly, Billy Carson. On Sunday, August 4th, kicks off with a Forbidden Knowledge book publishing signing event, followed by the highly anticipated second annual Forbidden Conscious Awards. This is a red carpet affair, so come dressed to impress. Remember, last year we surprised a lucky guest with an Audi A4 during the awards, and this year we're upping the ante with a chance to win a Mercedes-Benz. So make sure you secure your tickets early. This event is sure to sell out quickly. I cannot wait to see each and every one of you there for what promises to be an unforgettable weekend.
Hey, this is King Simon, the International Numerovator. Remember, get all my books on Amazon or go to Linktree/King Simon the Numerovator. And remember, don't forget to book my sessions at 347-496-1022. Book now. So remember, our job as studiers of these metaphysical, esoteric knowledge is to help enhance people to be better. I, as a numerovator, using the numbers, or quote-unquote numerals, and motivation to get people to understand why they need to activate their numbers to be their very best self and maximize it. Because the numerals hold a frequency. And if you're willing to turn up that frequency, then that frequency can help to guide you and navigate you to a higher height that will allow you to spiral to be your best self. We must remember that.